Aren't these two of the most beautiful looking clubs you have ever seen? The Ping Blueprint T and Blueprint S of 2024. Now, there's one thing I've got to say. Who's buying them? Now, I know these aren't designed for game improvement, but they look seriously, well, unforgiving. Now, I might have this all wrong, so I'm going to put them to the test, right? I am going to put them to the test in the sense of, can I hit a low one? Can I hit a fade? Can I hit a draw? Can I hit a high one? Let's see how far they go. I'm going to be seriously demanding of these clubs today because, well, I might have it all wrong, but I might have it right. We're going to start with the Blueprint T. I want to have a closer look at these. One thing that you're going to see here is, and I love this, I like this, is the back of this club, how minimal it is. All you've got is the Blueprint T and then this sort of like, I don't know, matte brushed sort of effect. Now, this club is made from a single piece of 8620 carbon steel, and Ping claim this gives it premium workability, trajectory and control, and that's why I want to really rigorously test these clubs. You also notice when you place this down, like the first thing that sticks out to me as a real shorter heel to face height and a very, and I mean very, narrow sole. Like that's seriously narrow. So it looks good, it's seriously narrow, and one final piece is, it's got a tungsten weight in the edge there. Let's have a look at this down behind the ball. You know what? It's not like as small as I thought, and that top line isn't as small as I thought. Yes, it obviously is smaller than a game improvement iron. Tell you what, it looks mega. It looks really good, but tough to hit, but very good. Okay, so the first one I'm going to hit away is just that sort of normal one, if you had like a stock shot. Now I'd expect my 7 iron to go 170, 165 range. It is cold, so this will sort of be the tester. Then we'll start hitting some different shots with this. Oh my God, that has really surprised me. That has literally just gone straight over that flag. 158, so not really batting like distance away massively, but on a cold day, that's more than acceptable. That felt really good. Noise-wise was quite muted is how I'd describe that. And I didn't feel it off the face. The face and the feel is soft though. Very soft, but that's what I would expect from this high premium iron, right? So that's a normal shot. How does it work when we try and hit a low one? Don't you hate that there when the tee gets stuck in the ground? You gotta give it one of them. And my fingers can't work because it's so cold. So big question is, what do you think of these irons? Do they look pure? Do they look scary? Am I being a bit too harsh about saying who's gonna buy them? I'm sorry I said it, but that's my first impression. I'm like, who is gonna buy that? But then that felt different gravy. But let's see how we go. So let's go for a low shot now. So this is like into the wind. Workability is in these, they say. Here we go, low one. That is all over the flag again. Tell you what, I've hit those two, both inside 10 feet. 147, it's gone shorter, which you would expect. Right, I'm gonna hit a high one now. So I don't anticipate this one's gonna go very far at all, but let's see if we can do it. So I hit my high one, I hit a bit of a high fade. Let's go for it. These feel great. I'm honestly surprised because that's gone the distance too. 152 that just went. 152. 152 on a high one, soft one. I know it's not like massive distance, but when I looked at these, I was thinking, I can't hit these. These are like seriously unforgiving because that smaller profile, that thin top edge, they feel so good. I mean, they feel like a real premium, real workable iron in the sense of, I think they're only going to be for low handicap players for sure. But so far, this T-Series is doing everything it says on the tin. Right, 2 more to go with this. I'm really impressed. I keep saying that, but I really am. Now, looking down at the ball, let me just wipe that mud off because what I like is this matte overall finish. This the sort of overall look of the club is very, very nice. I like how it's not shiny, but then you've got that traditional ping bottom line with the white on it. Very, very good looking clubs. Now, this whole face is milled. I guess what you'd expect from a high-end iron. Right, 2 more shots. I'm just going to hit these normally. I'm not going to try and do too much with them. Let's just hit these away. That sounds mint. Whoosh! That's what that sounded like. 152 again, very consistent. Like, they're not going massively long, but let's take into account the conditions. I'm absolutely frozen. Every single one of them shots on the green. Every single one. I'm going to show you at the end exactly where all these balls are finished between the T and the S. Now, this is really interesting. We've got now the S series here. Can you see the slight differences in slightly thicker sole to a very, very thin? Now, this really did surprise me, the T. I thought it was going to be a lot harder to hit than it was. But I think this one is going to be a little bit more popular. So this is now the Blueprint S. You can see slightly chunkier top back line. I like how now we've got a little bit of a flash of chrome. This one obviously looks the bee's knees, doesn't it? But I think this one is still a very, very good looking club. Tungsten weight still present in the toe here on the S also. And the lofts match in both the Blueprint S and the Blueprint T, which I would say would give people a chance of creating a bit of a combo set. So let's say going up to sort of 7 iron in the T, then 7 iron sort of above, so 6, 5 and 4. You would then probably go into the S series, because these look a little bit more forgiving. And Ping say like these are the clubs that they've developed extensively with the top tour players, sort of just to meet their must-haves for control and precision. This looks seriously good. Now, again, the Blueprint S is carbon steel with a slight chrome finish on the back. So can you see that there, that little sort of ridge out? And it does, when you're placing it down, have a slightly bigger profile. But I would say the top line between the S and the T is very, very similar. So let's start off with just hitting a bog standard one away. Let's see how it goes. A lot higher. That's a lovely shot. Just on the left edge. I think these are going to go a little further. Definitely. Have a look where this just went. 163. Now, interestingly, these lofts match, but that one's gone a lot further. 163. Okay, let's try now and hit a lower one, because even though these are, I guess, I'm not going to say forgiving, they look a little bit more forgiving, they're still like what I'd class as workable irons, so we need to see if they do that. Okay, so a low one now, here we go. Look at that shot. Straight what it says on the tin. And finally, let's see if we can put it to the test here with a higher one. Like, again, 151 that, a little bit further than what the T went on a low one, very similar. Look at this working into that flag. High fade, middle of the green. So have a look at this here. Can you see, let me clean that off for you, the slight differences in the size of the face. I've got the T in my right hand, and this one here I'm shaking is the S. You can see it's just slightly bigger from toe to heel than you have here in the S. I'll be honest, I'm looking at this thinking combo set, as I say, because lofts wise, both 7 irons are 33 degrees, both 5 irons are 26 degrees, and both pitching wedges are 45. What I would call new traditional. It sounds a little bit different too. I'm not made a mind up what it sounds like, and I would say this one feels a little firmer than this one off the face. Okay, 2 more to go. That is all over the flag. These definitely feel firmer off the face. Bit of more of a higher pitch noise as well. Whereas I would say the other one's a bit more of a crunch. A little bit thin, that one. It'd be interesting to know if that goes the distance. My fingers are stinging, but still up there on the distance wise. Right, okay, last 2 shots away. I'm really liking the look of this slightly bigger profile down behind the ball from heel to toe. It just gives you a little bit more confidence compared to the T series. Now, that last shot that I hit was on the thin side, but actually impressively, still flew with good height and still went the distance with a shot that I'm trying to hit. So looking at these clubs right now, these are some very good looking clubs from Ping. I really do like the shelf appeal here with that shiny back edge. Maybe over time, if I had a bugbear, it would get a little bit, I guess, damaged. But the overall brushed carbony steel look is very, very impressive. Now, it is important to note, I'm just testing the 7-iron here, but the 3, 4 and 5 irons have a painting and forging technique that allows a pocket to be forged into the cavity, where they have saved 10 grams of weight, which is relocated across the face, basically to increase the MOI and make the long irons a little bit more forgiving, which I guess is everything you want. But it comes back to this. I said it at the start of this video, who is gonna buy them? And I'll be honest, maybe I was a little harsh, but being brutally honest about this, I don't think many people are gonna go for a full set of the T, okay? What I'm thinking right now is what I said halfway through this video, is a combo set, up to 7-iron in the T and above 7-iron in the S, because that gives me the blend of what this has been engineered for great looks, but still some forgiveness, and then the shorter irons where you don't need that much forgiveness, a little bit more cool looking. Right, forget you, I want to know where they went, so let's head to the green. Tell you what, here we go, this is where they finished. That is not bad, is it? Look at where they all are. Now, I obviously don't know which one is what club, but I have to say, these are some very, very versatile clubs. I think there we put them to a real good test. Can we hit it low? Can we hit it high? Can we hit draws? Can we hit fades? And the big question is, can they still all hit the green? Seriously impressive clubs. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for honest reviews of the latest products here on the market.